So you guys have been around for almost 2 decades now. 3 decades now.
As a mutual fund, 3 decades. As a group, 17 decades.
Okay.
170 years. So we were the founding members of the Bombay Stock Exchange.
Wow. So in the last 3 decades of retail investing in India that you have observed, any interesting data points that you can talk about today, which maybe throws light on the investing behavior of Indians from the last 30 years? What has changed? Has there actually been a patient investor who has been investing for the last 30 years? Any interesting data points you can share?
Few things what have changed is when I started my career in 98, it was an era of mutual fund nahi hai.
Nahi hai.
Okay. And today is an era of mutual fund sahi hai.
Okay.
Why nahi hai? Because that was a period when markets were mostly negative. When markets would rise, they would rise for very brief periods of time and they would correct again.
This is the 90s.
I started in 98. So 98, 99, then 2001, 2, 3. The first 6, 7 years were, except for 1 year of market rising, generally the market used to trend negative.
Okay.
92 was the Harshad Mehta scam, I think. From that day till 2003, the markets gave 0 returns. 10 years of 0 returns. There used to be scams getting announced every few months. Capital markets were not safe. Regulations were not very investor focused. Transparency was very poor. So, bharosa nahi tha. Fixed deposit rates for 15% or 12%. Bonds, I remember ICICI and IDBI bonds would earn 14-15%. अगर bond में आपको 15% मिल रहा है तो आप equity का risk क्यों लोगे? So that was the era when nobody wanted to think of equity markets and mutual funds. Now when it comes to investor behavior, I think investor behavior is a subset of human behavior. Human behavior does not change. कुछ भी कर लो, human behavior is human behavior. It is a function of our evolutionary wiring. हमारा DNA जो भी लाखों साल पहले या 50,000 साल पहले बना है वो more or less continue होता है. And evolution is very slow process. So 30 साल में nothing much changes from a behavior point of view. Even today, the average or the below average investor who is a human being is still excited by what did very well in last 1 year and is still scared by what is down 50%. जो नेगेटिव रिटर्न देता है आप डर के हम भाग जाते हैं जबकि वो उसका टाइम शुरू हो रहा है.
Have you ever wondered how much money you need to retire based on your monthly expenses and your investment growth rate? Do you know what is your retirement age? This question bothered me for the last 10 years. So I thought, why don't I just build an app around this? So at the 1% Club, we are now launching our FinTech app powered by AI. This is the first time AI is being fed on your own personal financial information and giving you advice like a professional money manager. Head over to the 1% Club app right now, install it, track your FIRE number and invest money like a professional money manager. It's completely free of cost, so try it right now.
When markets fall, when prices fall and NAVs fall, the risk is falling. But people think ये तो risky है. When NAVs are booming, the risk is rising. But people think, no, this is safe. So human behavior of chasing what is hot, chasing what has done very well in the last 3 years, what is in headlines right now, what is commonly being debated or discussed, people think yehi story hai. And so that has not changed. Behavioral mistakes have not changed. So chasing past returns, investing on stories and narratives, not investing by reading properly, by being more disciplined, by looking at objective data points, those things have not changed. Holding periods have not changed. In fact, holding periods have only gotten lesser and lesser because ease of transaction has gone up. So जितना स्पीड से हम पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं 2 बटन दबा के ऑलमोस्ट 1 बटन दबा के हम निकाल भी सकते हैं. So those things have not changed. And lastly, I give this example, very boring repetition. The oldest fund we have is roughly 30 years old. It has compounded by around 19% CAGR. It has done 3-4% better than its relative benchmark. So there's no reason anyone should complain about that fund. It's called DSP FlexiCap Fund. 19% CAGR in 30 years is roughly 122 times growth. Over this 30 years, 60 lakh investors have invested in DSP and gone away. In this fund, 23 investors have lasted for these 30 years.
That's it.
Yeah. So we have made money. But who has earned money? किसके लिए बनाया हमने? We don't know. 23 लोगों के लिए बनाया. And that is the reality of investing everywhere in the world. This does not change. Because the biggest variable of making wealth is time. और वो ही हमारे पास नहीं है. हम वो ही नहीं देते हैं. We give enough attention to every other noise around the world. We jump every 3 years. Many times, and I'm not demeaning anybody. I have been an investor like this in the first 10 years of my career.
Yeah.
I was one of the worst investor I could ever have been. Like a dog chasing every car. अब एक गाड़ी आया उसके पीछे भाग गया, ये चला गया, you can't catch it. Then another one came, but you are never getting in the train.
Yeah.
You keep, chasing and barking, but you never participate. The game is about being in the vehicle. Choose your 3-4 vehicles right. It could be a flexi-cap fund. It could be a multi-asset fund. It could be just an index fund. It could be 3 active fund managers. It doesn't matter which one have you chosen. What matters is, are you a 5-star investor? We choose 5-star asset classes, 5-star fund managers, but we don't do anything that is needed to be a 5-star investor ourselves, which is give time and not get carried away every year by hunting for what has done very well in the last 1 year.
No, you're right that human behavior doesn't change that easily. But the people who are good investors, would you say that they're a little bit more evolved in terms of understanding their behaviors and resisting themselves from making those mistakes?
Of course. See, there is evolution, right? However slow it is, a set of investors will evolve. तो है ऐसे, but maybe वो 10% होंगे या 5% होंगे. I had done this data analysis, I think 8-9 years back. I need to refresh that. So we had broken down markets into 3 color zones, green, yellow, and red. And let me give one concept before that. If you invest in equities in a bear market, you make super normal returns. Less than 1% investors do that.
That's it.
Yeah, because in a bear market, everything around us is negative. Most likely you will not even call me. Because equity itna kharab chal raha hai, why would you want a mutual fund CEO to come? Or in a bear market, headlines are so bad. Every headline is screaming that run away from equity. 1 year return would be down 40-50%. It would be like a COVID period. The courage to invest is not there. Typically in a bear market, job losses might be there, or fear of a job loss might be there. I have survived or seen 3-4 such bear markets. 2000 का bear market देखा है, 2008 का देखा है, 2017 से 20 COVID bear market. But let me give a data point to validate this point. And this is most important point. Investors celebrate bull markets. Media, collective media, and the industry also feels more happy in a bull market because our current returns look very good. But if we are going to be investors for the next decade or two, bear markets give you a great opportunity to acquire shares or units much cheaper than what their intrinsic value. 100 रुपये का माल अगर आपको 60 में मिल रहा है, तो 60% रिटर्न तो आपके हाथ में ऑलरेडी आ चुका है, बिकॉज वो माल 100 का है, आप 60 में खरीद रहे हो. So you're buying at a discount, you're already in the money on day one. Just that you'll realize it with some time. In the year 2008, January, when markets were at all-time high, I think Sensex was at 23,000 that time. Ps were very high. The story was about India will rule the world. India, China, BRICS became the buzzword. And this was on the back of last 4 years of super normal returns. So lots and lots of money came into infrastructure funds at that time. Since that day till today, and all headlines, if you open up any newspaper, and I'm asking investors to just go and Google, that 1st January 2008 से लेके 6 January 2008, वो 6 दिन की headlines क्या थी? You would feel so proud that, हम तो दुनिया को जीतने वाले हैं. उस दिन से आज तक का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड का रिटर्न या इंडेक्स का रिटर्न सिंगल डिजिट है. सेविंग्स अकाउंट जितना रिटर्न है. And a government bond would have earned 9% return in that period. And this is a serious 18 year of history. If you had waited for 9 months and then a crisis happened, the global financial crisis happened, stocks crashed 50-60% everywhere in the world, including India. So Nifty from that peak till today has earned 10% return. Most money went into infra that time. Like right now, most money is going into AI given a choice. That time it went to a narrow theme called infrastructure. Infrastructure funds would have given 5% return from that day till today. Less than savings account. Nifty, which is a broad-based index, उसका भी आधा exposure infra में था तभी. Today जैसे आधा exposure banks और technology में, that time it was in infra. Nifty gave 10, the hot category gave 5. 9 months later, when markets crashed, and if you had invested, instead of 10, you would have earned 17% CAGR over 18 years. So 7% CAGR gap is huge. What is the learning here? Be excited in bear markets. In bull markets, be more cautious. Be more calibrated. Don't put all your money. Once in 12 months, we publish a principles document, a principles edition or a foundation element foundation edition. It's on first principles of investing. That what is good investing all about. It says that, how should you think about SIPs? When do SIPs make money? When do SIPs not make money? So every 12th edition is a learning edition like this. It doesn't opine about the here and now or a view, but it talks about the bedrock of investing, the principles of investing. So these are the concepts which are a part of these documents. Like SIP also, a lot of people think, डाल दिया तो पैसा बन जाएगा. But it is path dependent. So let's say if markets are at 100 and 5 years later also are at 100, you made zero return day one. But if in the journey markets fell 50% first and then came back to 100, came down and went up, you will make 6-7% return because you averaged all the way down. On the other hand, start and end point is the same, but first markets went up from 100 to 150 and came down to 100. You will average up and then lose money. You will make negative returns. So for the same start or end point, the path will determine what return you will make. Path dependency is a concept which most people don't know, and it is rarely ever explained. So that these are the type of things that we explain in these documents. Ki path will determine. And finally, what we say is that almost always the future is unknowable. Let's be humble about this game. This craft of investing or this field of investing is about reasonable uncertainties in the near to medium term. In the long term, few things are certain. If you buy good companies at good valuations and give long time period, you will generally make inflation plus 5-6% return. Now, these are the principles that a young investor needs to learn if he wants to start becoming a serious long-term investor, because this is serious business. This is not an entertainment business. This is not like the dirty picture जहाँ पे entertainment. लोगों को entertainment अच्छा लगता है, interesting conversations अच्छे लगते हैं, stories बहुत अच्छी लगती है सुनने. But जब कोई boring data होता है तो people switch off. But ये आपकी मेहनत का पैसा है. You have no option but to learn these boring principles. Now let me also highlight that some of these are not easy to understand, and these are like concepts of medicine that I'm explaining to somebody who's not a doctor. And hence you need to have a doctor as your advisor. So either you find a good advisor who will guide you right, or you learn these principles, or you follow what Ben Graham has taught to students of investing. He said
that book is also very tough.
It's also tough and a try book. But there are a couple of chapters. Chapter 8 and 20, everybody should read. They are reasonably easy to understand. But he has said something very powerful. He says that people like you and me, let's assume we are not from the industry, we are not expected to know all these concepts, right? And hence, you should build a portfolio which allows you to say, I don't know and I don't care. So if I were to say that, next 5 years, India will not do well, but US will do well. But if you are able to say, I don't know and I don't care, or if I tell you, no, but Sharan, in the next 5 years, not AI, but global healthcare will do well. And if you want to answer, I don't know and I don't care. If I tell you that, Sharan, forget the global, I think India will do well. You should be able to say, I don't know, I don't care. Sharan, bonds will do well. You should be able to say, I don't know, I don't care. When will you be able to do that? When your portfolio is diversified. It will have something always which is doing very well. A diversified multi-asset portfolio will generally deliver that type of outcome. It may not give you the highest return, but it will ensure you never have the highest fall. So you're not thrown out of the game. You need to be in a train which takes you to your destination, but which does not shake so much that you get thrown out. And that is what good investing is all about.
Glad you made it till here. If this gave you even one idea to improve your finances, send it to a friend. Helping them might just make you the smartest person in their group chat. And don't miss the full episode on Finance with Sharan. There's a lot more where this came from.